And in breaking news, England have won their game against Mexico in the Azteca Stadium tonight, taking them through to the quarter-finals of the World Cup. We have our sports correspondent Rob Harris there in Mexico City. Rob, what a dramatic game.
One of the all-time great English victories at the World Cup, a 3-2 victory over Mexico in their own backyard. And the Three Lions are through to the quarter-finals of the World Cup. What an incredible night this was. Jude Bellingham's sensational double inside 98 seconds in the first half, absolutely stunning the hosts. But then, just before half-time, they lost that 2-goal cushion because Julian Quiones pulled one back. At the same time, there were some incredible saves from England goalkeeper Jordan Pickford. Then came the start of the second half, and was this where things would all start to go wrong, because the hosts already had home advantage. Now they had a man advantage because Jarrell Quansah was sent off for a high challenge. What was going to happen to England? Well, then they won a penalty. Gordon brought down, and Harry Kane stepping up from the spot to give England that 2-goal cushion back. But then Kane conceded a penalty, and it was Raul Jimenez who netted from the spot. But with England down to 10 men, they held on for a quite famous 3-2 win here in the Azteca Stadium. To put it into historical perspective, England are only the third team to ever win a competitive match here against Mexico since this stadium opened in 1966. And on a night when all went against them, when the kickoff was delayed by an hour due to thunderstorms, well, it was an immense performance from England. An immense display in goal from Pickford, pulling off those reflex saves, single-handedly rescuing England. And to think, last year, some doubted whether Jude Bellingham should even be in the squad, let alone the starting lineup. And he's shown just what an integral part of this England team he is. That double, two of the most electrifying minutes I've ever seen with England. 5 goals Bellingham has now scored at this World Cup. Harry Kane, he just keeps on firing them in. His double in the last game against DR Congo ensured England even made it this far. He's now got 6 goals at this World Cup, 14 overall in World Cup history. And what an immense showing. They're depleted by injuries. They then lost Quansah, another defender, when he was sent off. It was a bit of a makeshift lineup, and just look at those celebrations back in England. Everyone who stayed up through the night, past 4 in the morning now, to see this immense result delivered by Thomas Tuchel. This is why the German was brought in to manage England, to mastermind these occasions, to be able to pull it off. And now Mexico have been stunned. They've failed to reach the quarterfinals for the first time since 1986. They have still come up against their curse, unable to win a 5th match at a World Cup. But this is England's night. They're into the last 8 now for the 4th consecutive tournament. They've done it at the 2018 World Cup, the 2022 World Cup, Euros in 2021, Euros in 2024. So it's the 5th time in a row they are in the quarterfinals. How you don't see this from many teams at all. Some people might take these deep runs for granted, but when we see Germany go out early, the Netherlands go out early, it's England who march on. And now it's on to Miami for a quarter-final meeting with Norway after they knocked out Brazil. But what an incredible night. In all the years I've been seeing England overseas in tournaments, pulling off a 3-2 win against Mexico in their most famous of stadiums, the Azteca.
Rob, thank you very much. I think people will be so glad that they waited up to watch it. It was worth the wait for England fans, wasn't it? Rob Harris there in Mexico City for us.